Hello friends, my name is Dante, and we've all played or at least heard of Skyrim. And yes, even 8 years after the game's release, people are still making videos on it. So today I thought I'd see how far an enemy would actually go to chase you. Would they go from one corner of the map to the other? Would they eventually lose interest and leave you alone? Let's find out. Okay, so I had so many problems during this challenge, and some of them you wouldn't even think of. For starters, one of my biggest fears was that I'd have a horrible time trying to lead the enemy without them trying to kill me, because, you know, your health is low in the beginning. But luckily, I still had my save file that I played a couple of months ago, so I installed the game on my PS4 and was instantly at level 75. That basically means I was invincible. I guess I could have also lowered the difficulty, but I didn't think of that at the time, so shut the frig up, okay? I also wanted the enemy to be a human, and therefore I had many options. After lots of careful thought, I chose Alvor. Alvor? Is that how you say it? The blacksmith who helps you out in the beginning of the game. Why, you ask? Why did I choose Alvar? See, Alvar has always been there for me, even when he didn't know me. He was happy that I saved his nephew Hadvar and offered me lots of free supplies from his own home, and even let me use his sacred forge to build weapons and armor for myself. He's been such a good friend to me, so I thought, you know, if anyone deserves to participate in a challenge with me, it's Alvar. So I went to his house, slaughtered his entire family in front of him, and we were on our way to the beginning of our journey.
I'll rip your heart out!
Oh, Alvar, you already stole my heart the moment I met you. Unfortunately for Alvor, even with all of his threats of death to me,
I'll mount your head on my wall! You're a disgrace to your own kind! I'll carve you into pieces!
No matter how hard he tried to kill me, he just couldn't do it because I was too powerful. He's a persistent little guy though, as you'll see. Now right off the bat, we had a huge problem. Enemies in the wild kept trying to kill Alvar, so I actually had to end up protecting him the whole way. And once or twice he would step in front of me while I was protecting him, so I would accidentally kill him with a single swipe of my sword. Could you imagine that? You're desperately trying to avenge your wife by killing her murderer, and not only are your attacks doing nothing to the murderer, but he ends up accidentally killing you with a single swipe. Just, oops. So yeah, not only did I have to protect him, but I had to make sure that when I was protecting him against saber cats or bandits, that I didn't accidentally kill him. Oh boy. And guess what else? Alvar didn't have the best movement either. So he'd have a hard time maneuvering down hills, and for the life of him, he would not cross any small rivers. Like he's willing to avenge his dead wife and chase me across the whole of Skyrim, but he's not willing to get his boots wet. So this one river, I had to lead him over to a log, get him to fall on it, and then get him to cross that way because he would not go through the knee-deep water. And like I said, the hill problem. Is the hill a bit too steep? Okay, then I'll just wait at the top of the hill and watch my wife's murderer get away. What kind of a man are you, Alvar? Huh? Grow some balls. I got to a point where the only way to go was down a steep, rocky cliff. Sure, I could have Fuzdu Rod him, but that would surely kill him. So I did what any friend would do for another friend in need. I froze him with my ice shout, watched him roll down the entire hill, and healed him at the bottom for good measure. I don't think Alvar appreciated it, but I thought it was a pretty smart solution. As if we hadn't encountered enough troubles already, now a dragon had found us and was trying to kill us. I was afraid it might end up killing Alvar, so after a failed attempt at running from it, I decided the best thing to do would be to vanquish the beast. So with Alvar at my side, trying to kill me and stab me in the back of course, I took on the dragon and killed it. So we had started in Riverwood and my goal was to get close to Solitude. It's not quite from corner to corner, but if Alvar was willing to follow me that far, he'd surely follow me the whole length of Skyrim if he could.
Haha! I love a challenge!
And here we were nearing the end of our journey. I kind of got sick of Alvar hitting me with his warhammer, tapping me with his warhammer, so I used the disarm shout on him to get him to buzz off while I mapped out our final route. Unfortunately, when Alvar realized I was so powerful that I could blow his weapon completely out of his hands, he became a pussy and said, "I cannot best you." He then ran away and proceeded to get stuck on the bridge.
True Nords never back down! I cannot best you!
Then I tried giving him back his weapon, but he wasn't having it. But, to my surprise, look at what happened.
No more! I yield! I yield!
That sneaky snake. He tried to surrender while at the same time trying to attack me. Nice try, Alvar. Nice try. As we reached our final town, a woman yelled this.
My money's on the big one.
Which was just hilarious. It was now time to end Alvar's suffering. I led him all the way from Riverwood to Solitude and protected him along the way, even killing a dragon for him. But this man's pain, suffering, and humiliation was just too much for me to handle, and it had to end. So, I brought Alvar to the highest room of the tallest tower, and I foosdu-rawed him all the way down. Alvar was a damn good man. I mean, he left his child at home alone in order to chase down his wife's killer, and he got scared at one point and tried to run away from me, but he was a damn good man. So I did what any friend would do. After killing Alvar, I promised I would take care of his orphan daughter and went back to Riverwood. Not surprisingly, all of the people of Riverwood were hostile towards me and were yelling mean things at me. So after killing all of Alvar's closest childhood friends and allies, I was finally at peace. One thing I do want to say though is that upon walking into this young boy's house, I came across his father's dead body and the boy saying creepy things like this.
You're new around here, so I'll go easy on you, but don't get on my bad side. Get me mad, and I'll prank you. And not a little, a lot. So I like to have a little fun, so what?
But other than that, our mission was a success. An enemy will follow you to the ends of the earth in order to kill you, even if that enemy has literally zero chance to kill you. I was followed all the way from Riverwood to Solitude, and I'm sure the enemy will chase you any distance to get you. Thank you for being part of this experiment, Alvar. Very cool. If you guys enjoyed this video, all I ask is you subscribe and click that bell, because if you don't click that bell, you're pretty well not subscribed, so it's important you click the bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
You need to leave.
Hey, get out of
Be
here!
careful.